Okay, Megan, it is Monday, March 15th. The Ides, as they say. Uh, and you're just right back on it from your trail on Friday of, over talking and destruction. uh, I'm too tired to be as angry about you, angry about it with you as I was on Friday. So we start the show talking again about Andrew Cuomo. Your nemesis number one, the evil ghoul. And uh, I'm with Sonny on the whole thing. We got it. There, every day there's another accusation against him. We all know that there was a huge fuck up in his decision to put COVID positive patients back into nursing homes. We know now there's allegations of him covering that up. They're investigating all of that. Do I think he should be the governor? Not anymore. There's his political value is gone. And it doesn't really matter what gets him out. He does need to go, but they're going to do some investigations. He's clearly not going to quit. And it doesn't matter how many times you go on TV and say, this is why he should have been removed, but and you're disgusted that it's not the reason you want it to be. But look, I'm with Sonny on this whole thing. You are going to rant that Cuomo caused the 15,000 deaths of elderly patients, which you can't categorically just say every one of those deaths is his fault. Did he endanger the lives of nursing care home facility residents and staff? Yes, he did. Are his decisions why a lot of those people died? Yes. But where is all your vitriol, as Sonny said, to the members of your own party? You get all up in arms about, oh, CDC messaging was terrible. What about Matt Gaetz making fun of mask mandates on the House chamber floor? What about all of the governors who refused mask mandates for the longest time in Alabama, in Iowa, not to mention the ones Sonny talked about, DeSantis in Florida, who earlier, a few weeks ago, you praised as doing a great job with this COVID rollout. There's multiple allegations of him using, providing more vaccinations to areas that were big fundraisers for him. So everything that's going on in Texas with Governor Abbott, there are lives that are being lost because of Republican choices. Is it as easy to point to this decision caused that death? No, but it's true. Why aren't you mad about those? And nobody is saying, you make these false equivalencies. Oh, it's okay for dead people to die. That's what Democrats are saying. No, we're not. He will get removed. And I don't know what you're asking for. You complained and complained and complained about Senator Gillibrand. She came right out and said he should resign. I don't know what you're asking for or what you want, but continuing to rant the same words on TV isn't going to get it for you. And then you got in a fight with Joy about Antifa. Now, Joy didn't really articulate it very well, but you got on this whole thing about all the destruction that Antifa causes. And here's what Joy was trying to say to you. That Antifa is not an organization. That doesn't exist. Antifa is an ideology, which means, by the way, it stands for anti-fascism, which I would think is a thing that we would all want to get behind. But the Antifa movement is really just a bunch of disparate groups right? The problem here is that the Republicans and the Republican media, the right media, far right media, right leaning, Republican leaning. I hate saying the word right because it's not correct. The conservative media use the label of Antifa for any violence that erupted through Black Lives Matter protests. Now, we know that the Black Lives Matter protest violence that occurred, which the vast majority of protests were nonviolent, the few that were violent were predominantly caused by aggressive policing or outsider influences that came to cause trouble, whether that is counter protesters or people that infiltrated the protest. Simply, they're anarchists just trying to cause trouble. They just wanted to take advantage of a situation and to cause a scene. And that's how a lot of these, all of that, they're militia groups, they're sometimes Proud Boys. I'm sure there is an overlap between the people who caused the violence in the Black Lives Matter protests and people who showed up at the Capitol for the terrorist attack of January 6th. I'm sure that there are groups that cause both, because that's their whole intent, is just to wreak havoc. It's anti-government, really, and it's all the conservative media's fault that it's been labeled Antifa. So as you go to commercial, yelling and yelling and yelling and yelling and yelling, again, you're not being factual, nor are you being very honest or honorable about what information you're providing. It's, again, talking points. I don't even want to get into you telling personal stories about Ben and, oh God, Ron Johnson. We have to cover Ron Johnson. That's the one you told a personal story about. You and Ben have a friend, and this is what they were deciding. We don't care. We just stop it. We don't care. Yes, the man is a racist, clearly, from what he said. And I agree with Whoopi on this. Absolutely, he should keep talking out loud. I think Don Lemon probably answered that question better than anybody. And I can't honestly believe that Don Lemon wants to have a backyard barbecue with you. But, whatever. I'm glad your baby got a lovely gift from Don Lemon's fiance. But yeah, Ron Johnson is a racist, and there is no whataboutism. There is no, that's the end of that sentence. So, take your nuance and shove it where the sun don't shine.